Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Match of the Day 3. Kevin Kilbane, John Hartson and Stoke's goal scorer from the weekend, Asmir Begovic, in the studio with us. Why are you laughing at that, John? Does it take something away from your craft when goalkeepers score?
Well, I thought it was a great strike, actually. I'm sure Asmir's going to tell us he meant it. Absolutely.
Good to see you smiling, because I would have thought you're still hurting from the South Wales derby.
Well, I think you've got to be a little bit impartial at times, and you've got to give teams credit where it's due. I think everybody knows that, you know, my allegiances are with Swansea. But I thought Cardiff today, they took control of the game in the middle of the first half. And I thought they had some fantastic personal performances there. Kolka was excellent. Skip at the side, got the winning goal. Medal was inspirational at times, you know. He really marshalled the midfield. And a lot of talk before the game whether he could deal with, you know, with the red-hot atmosphere. He's not particularly... You know, his discipline hasn't been great over the years. He had many red cards, but I thought he was outstanding today. And I always felt the first goal would be very important, and Cardiff managed to get that. And then they ran out winners in the end. And
that's taken them above Swansea. The weekend as a whole, we've seen unpredictable results again. Chelsea going to Newcastle and being beaten. I just wonder, playing in this league this season, does it feel more unpredictable than previous years?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's more big clubs in it, so to say, in the league, and pretty much everyone can beat anybody. And I think on their day, if you're up for the game and everyone's up for the whole crowd, and especially at home, you can get a result. And I think you look at a team spending money as well. Southampton, and we played them yesterday, or on Saturday even, and they spent 40 million this summer. You know, so you're up against a lot of good quality teams who are spending a lot of money and bring a lot of quality players to the league as well.
So what does that do for the mentality of a dressing room? I mean, maybe last year or the year before you'd have gone to Manchester United and thought you weren't going to get anything out of it. This year, you know, 7 days ago, 8 days ago, you go to Manchester United and nearly get something out of it.
Yeah, it gives you more hope. I think, you know, you going into games with more positivity, thinking you're going to be in this, you're going to have a chance to win the game, and I think that's the beauty of the Premier League. I don't think there's another league like it in the world where you go in every weekend thinking you can get 3 points, and it does give you more hope and more positivity, which is important and nice to see. Really, there's a lot more closer games as well.
The most consistent side are Arsenal, and highlighted by the fact they're 5 points clear, which means that every pundit gets asked, are Arsenal going to win the title? That pundit more often than not says no, and then that pundit gets hammered by Arsenal fans on social media. Do you want to be that person?
Well, I think we recognise that they can win the league. I just personally think that they won't win the league. That's all. It's my personal opinion. I think there's better teams defensively than Arsenal right now, but they're playing some wonderful football. You know, outstanding attack. Against Liverpool at the weekend, they played some wonderful football, and it was certainly Aaron Ramsey's goal marked what a wonderful season he's having, but the team itself is playing really well. At
what point will pundits be more convinced, do you think? If they go to Manchester United next weekend and win?
Well, I don't think that'd be a huge shock, because, you know, there's a few teams, people are saying that you know, going to Manchester United now is not as fearful as it was particularly under Sir Alex Ferguson's time. But, you know, I just think if Arsenal are there or thereabouts around about the Christmas time, and, you know, it's been well documented, there's money there to spend, to invest again in January. I think in January as well, I think it'll be a big window for a lot of teams. I think whoever's there or thereabouts, you look at Southampton, if they're in that 6th or 7th place, they might be looking to push on for the Europa League places, and they got money to invest again. So, you know, I think Arsenal, they've certainly got the ability in the squad. People may say they're a little bit thin in certain areas, but if they're there or thereabouts Christmas time,
I think they're growing as well, aren't they? I think recognise that they are growing. The last window was outstanding for them, getting Ozil in, but it's going to be the next 2 or 3 windows when we're going to really be able to start to judge Arsenal.
Yeah, and I think it's a tough one for them. I obviously said a little bit of depth in the squad is an issue, but I think the key player for them is Matthew Flamini. I think what you can see when they play a top quality side, even against Dortmund, if he's missing in there, shoring things up, you know, teams could open him up on a counter-attack. And even yesterday against Liverpool, you look at them and thinking, well, they're open at times, and Liverpool could have caught them a couple of times on a counter-attack, and that's my only worry for them.
We get lots of questions for Match of the Day 3. The Incredible Holt says, and we've praised Southampton a lot already this season, can they challenge for 5th come May? He says, you played them yesterday. I mean, are they a top 6 side? Can they qualify for the Europa League?
I think they could be up there, that's for sure. I mean, they had quality all over the pitch, and even on the bench, they had some really good players coming on to strengthen the team even more. So, like I said, if there's more money to spend in January, maybe they can strengthen even more and push for those places, but they can be up there, no doubt about it.
Markey who adds 2 Ys to his Twitter handle. Nice. Asmir, did you expect to score in your career?
No, honestly, I probably didn't. I would have loved it to be a last-minute header or something a lot more exciting. But I'll take it whichever way it comes. And obviously, it was nice to score. But more importantly, it helped us get a point on the weekend, which is really important.
Have you ever scored in training? Do you go up for headers in training?
No, I don't go up for headers. You know, in 5-a-sides, I try my luck a couple of times. You know, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But that's a bit of fun. You know, I haven't really practiced my strikes from 90 yards away, which I got a bit fortunate with on the weekend.
What's the difference now, Asmir, with Mark Hughes? I worked with Mark Hughes for 5 years with the national team. What is he doing differently to what Tony Pulis was doing with you?
Well, obviously, he's trying to implement a different style of play, which is well documented. We're trying to play the ball a little bit more on the ground and trying to play a little bit more attractive football. But at the end of the day, we have to get results. And I think if we can mix up both styles of football, as we still have the same personnel as the last few years, you know, if we can still go long ball at times when we need to and get the ball down and play in good areas, then I think we can be successful. But he's been great so far since the day he's come in.
What I've noticed, I think they've taken what Tony Pulis has brought to the club. I mean, you were so strong defensively, and you've got to give Tony Pulis so much credit for what he did at the club. But they are trying to evolve. You're trying to go to the next level and, you know, try and play a different style of football. But at the moment in time, I think you're playing decent. It's just you've not had the results probably that's quite...
we've been really close at times. You know, we haven't been able to string too many performances, 90-minute performances together, which has been a little bit disappointing for us. But I think that'll come if we keep working. We believe in what the manager's trying to do. I think all the players are on board. Everyone's working really hard for him, and I think that's important going forward.
One more question for you from Mikey Davison. Is there a striker in the Premier League that you least like facing? Well,
not least. Like it's all a great challenge. You know, so many great strikers in the Premier League now, and I don't think you can really pick out one. Every game brings its own challenges, and as a player, you know, it's nice to be able to look forward to those and have fun with them and prepare for them each and every week. And that's, like I said, that's the beauty of playing in the best league in the world, and that's the place to be.
And how much studying do you do of each Premier League striker?
Yeah, you look into every game. Every game brings its own challenge. What are their tendencies? What do they like to do? Certain movements in certain positions. So there's homework with every game that comes along our way, and you know that's something you have to do these days. And I think a lot of goalkeepers do their homework. We all have our video analysis. The guys who spend a lot of time kind of looking at the other teams, scouting their efforts, and it's something we all take very serious.
Right. If you fancy scoring again, just let us know and we'll put the call into book you, and then obviously we're your lucky charm.
I wish I could, no problem, yeah.
We should have done that for you more in your career, shouldn't we? Kevin and Asmir and John, thank you very much. We'll see you next week for more Match of the Day 3.